Hello there, it's Oliver here again, and you can see I brought something with me today. It's a rather large handkerchief, and it's got a black hole in the middle. You might wonder now, why have I got a handkerchief with a black hole? Well, it's going to help me to tell a bit of a story. Now, did you know that there are stars called black holes? There are stars that have exploded, they've died, and because of the gravitational pull, they've just pulled everything in on themselves, and everything's trapped inside, and even light can't get out. Now, when scientists are looking into the sky trying to detect these black holes, sometimes because of the movement in the sky, they can just detect maybe a little bit of light. Now, there's one of these in the Milky Way, and it's about 27,000 light years away. Now, that's a long way away, isn't it? It's called Sagittarius A, and it's about 4 million times bigger than the Sun, which is absolutely gigantic. I can't even imagine how big that is. Now, so what's the point of all that? Well, the point is this. There are some people who think about black holes, and they think God is a bit like a black hole. What do I mean? Well, he's a bit dark and mysterious, and you can't really understand him, and you can't know him very well. But you know, what I found is something very different, because in fact the Bible says, taste and see that the Lord is good. And so what you really have to do is you've got to delve in and find out. You've got to find out for yourself. And what I've discovered is this: he's not black and mysterious at all, or dark and mysterious. What he is full of colour. In fact, the Bible says that God is light, and in him is no darkness at all. In fact, it also tells us that God is love. It tells us that God so loved the world that he gave his only Son, that whoever believed in him would not perish, but have everlasting life. Now, that's a promise that he's given to us because of Jesus, who died on the cross, that if we believe in him, we can know him as our friend. You know, what does this remind you of? I'll tell you what it reminds me of, because it's very colourful, isn't it? Very colourful. And it just shows you that when you get to know God, there's so many sides to him that you can spend your whole life trying to find out about him. But it reminds me of a rainbow. And the rainbow appears in the clouds. When you get sunshine and showers, you'll see a rainbow. And it reminds me that God always keeps his promises. And he said that whenever there's a rainbow, it's a reminder that there'll always be winter and summer and autumn, and what's the other one? Spring. That they will always be there. The seasons will always be there. So, what I'm just saying to you is this: find out for yourself about God. Do what the Bible says. Taste and see that the Lord is good. And how is he good? Well, I'll tell you how he's good. He's done something for us. You know, when Jesus died on the cross, he died for all the things that you and I have ever done wrong. And when he did that, he made it possible for you and I to know him. And it made it possible for us to know about his promises. And like I say, he's not like the black hole, like the star that has died, but he's very much alive, because of course Jesus rose again from the grave. And so what we need to do is we need to delve in for ourselves and find out for ourselves and learn for ourselves. And we can do that by looking at the Bible. We can do that by listening to others who know about him. And what we discover then is that God is nothing like a black hole, but he's full of light, he's full of love, and he's full of care for you. And what he wants from each one of us is that we know him. And the only way you can do that is by asking him to come into your life, to forgive you for the things you've done wrong, for the bad thoughts, the bad words, the bad actions that we all have. But God has said in his word that he will forgive us for all those things if we turn to Jesus. So I hope you found that helpful. God's not like a black hole, but he is the light of the world. Well, thank you very much for joining me today, and I hope you found that helpful, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye for now.